Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Valagar Aloevain. We're back for some more Dungeons & Dragons Online. So for this quest here, it is in House Jurasco. It is the very northern section, right near where Tempest Spine is located. And this is Dreams of Insanity. And to enter, it is just it's an interesting caravan. It's got both like legs and wheels, but it's the caravan there. And we're going to head in. So this quest is actually two parts. We have the entrance here, which is the pools of reflection. Now, as you see, there is no actual level area for this. So simply just running to the building here, just to the north, is all you gotta do. If, however, you do happen to have the monster manual for constructs, which I do believe is like level 1, but honestly I forget, it's been so long. They do have some unique Warforged here. You can of course kill a few of them, total for here. They also have some iron defenders and some iron golems. Alright, so let's grab that one more guy. There we go. So not a lot of XP as you see, but fairly easy to get. Alright, so what we need to do is just head straight through here and select our door. This will actually take us into the actual quest itself. So with this quest, definitely recommend using Death Ward, as there are some Chaos Orbs going around, as well as some Thoracic Hounds out and about. Also, watch out for the Chaos Orbs, which we're back to these fun guys. Alright, so if you do happen to have a party, it is handy to have them split. One guy go left, one guy goes right, so on and so forth. And while you're exploring, you will come across these runes. Now they will get rid of the Chaos Orbs, as well as they are an optional for some additional XP. Alright, and our ultimate goal is to head through this door here, which does have 2 scorpion slots. But again, you gotta head either left or right first, and work your way around. So I'm just gonna choose left, and head around this way. Now, as you can see, these enemies do spawn when you reach specific points, so you can't just shoot down the hall and hope to get them, pull them, and you know, move on from there. One way of partially around that is obviously to have one person, your main tank, kind of lead the charge. And go from there. And as we're going, we're going to run into these portals, which again, we can seal off. So once we kind of get to the end here, it moves us from the outer side to the inner. So here, so we can now start heading down the inner path and head back. Before we do that, however, we have a door right here. Now inside, as you can see, we do have a beholder, so there are some of them in here. And the beholders are optionals. So they do give you additional XP for defeating them. So typically at this point, what people will do is they will now, like we've cleared the outside, we're gonna head on the inside and head back around. So the other side is a mirror image of this one. So rather than, like, we can continue and clear all the outside and then clear all the inside, or we can kind of do it side by side. So this is where, again, like I said, people tend to split up. So they would, you know, one side have gone left, one side went right. You would have met at the beholder here at the same, depending on the speed at which you're going, approximately the same time. And then you would continue on your inside layer to clear that one out. Alright. So in here as well, we are also going to have one of the Scaro, sorry. And it will be the same on the other side as well. We're also going to run into one of them. It's kind of again, a fairly straightforward quest. You just got to make sure to get both the inner and outer circles. Working your way around. Alright. And then with the rifts, obviously pulling them makes it easier, but it isn't a requirement. So again, there's not a lot to say about this quest. So here's another one of the brothers. This is typically a quest that For the reason that it takes so long, I typically skip it from my quest rotation. The XP on it isn't too terrible. Again, if you have a party and can actually split up, this quest is quite short and worth the run. We also have a beholder in here. And we have our first Crest of the Scorpion. Now, to avoid running all the way back around, they have a nice little gong here that we can ring, which will open up our door, bringing us back to here. So this was the side we cleared. Now to do the exact same thing, going the other direction. Personally, I love the long hauls. It really makes for my build a lot easier because of the fact that it's that long distance shot. So yeah, when I am with a group, I obviously hang back there, letting somebody else pull the enemy while I finish them off. So here's where we would have met up, back in this room. And now all that's left is to head now through the other layer. You know what, honestly, in a way I am glad the fact that the enemies don't spawn in on you until you get quite close. Just due to the fact, especially with the way that the aggression now works in the game, it would be really rough as you're making your way through one side. You would be close enough to get the aggro of the other side, and then you would have everybody at once trying to kill you. Like, it would just, you'd open a door and there'd be just pandemonium. Which, in some ways, would be handy. Just everyone would be grouped up. This would be like a great CC class then at that point, but... Or quest, not class. Man, they keep hitting me with that poison. You'd think I don't have a save with as bad as they're hitting me with it. I mean, albeit Fortitude is probably one of my lower saves. Yeah. Okay. Should be our last bend. Almost through. Alright, so here we are again on this side. Alright. So now that that fun has been taken care of, if you've been getting everything to this point, obviously you should have Conquest and Ransack, as well as all the rifts. Now I am actually going to use a quick shrine, because we're just about to head into our end fight. There is a little bit before we get there, but not a whole lot. But since he dispelled all our buffs and all that fun stuff, let's go ahead and shrine. So again, we got our gong, which brings us back to the start, and our scorpion slot. So the first little
Charging battery.
Sorry about that. So first little bit, we got a couple of breakables here. As well, right where the Plague Reaper is, we should have some mini beholders, as well as some thoracic hounds. Alright. toss on that death ward and hope that it doesn't get dispelled right away.
The cardinal gate.
There we go.
Plane of madness looms.
So here we have a giant gate. Now we're also going to have a bunch of zealots and a few other trash mobs in here. Now our objective is to get and turn off these runes. We're also going to have a named beholder, which is easily enough fought if you just stand outside the tunnel here. You know, makes it super easy. However, I do want to point out that it will keep spawning in enemies from the gate here. So what you want to do as fast as you can is head on up the little ladders here. Oh, here's come some of them. And we're gotta pull these runes. So our first one is right here. Ooh. There we go. So there's our first rune. Our second one, we want to hop up across. Let's see if you can't angle yourself. It's not going to let me do that. So we're going to have to come across the end. Run all the way across the back and get it from this side here. So here's our second one. Hop on here, get the third one. Hop on here, get the fourth one. Now for the last one, we do have to head up the ladder. Oop. If I learn how to ladder here. You want to walk across. And it's right up top here. Once you pull... Oh, no, we got one more, sorry. It's right across there. So we're going to want to hop up. Now this one here, I always have trouble because it is at the roof. So jumping up, I tend to hit the roof. Alright, and then just walk across. Ooh, there's a beholder. And let's grab our last rune. So, fairly simple, fairly straightforward. The end fight can definitely be a pain with the person heading up there, especially if the beholders decide to throw you around. But ultimately, it's not too terrible. It's just long and drawn out, which is why it's not in my typical rotation. It took us 21 minutes. And we got 23,000, so a little bit more than 1,000 experience a minute. Ultimately, not overly worth it. Obviously, if you have a party and can split it up, that could definitely cut that time in half, making it a lot more worthwhile to run this quest. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed running the quest. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a good one all.